Yo, people, and welcome to For a Different Lens podcast. I'm your co-host, Joe.
I'm Jacob.
I'm Deji.
And right now, we got a special guest with us. Brother, would you like to introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, I'm Kadeem, aka Kads, aka K. I'm here. I'm local. I'm good.
Yes. Thank you very much for joining us. Very much appreciate it. Obviously, it's been something in the works. You commented on one of our posts, and here we are. And this is what we like. And obviously, thank God, we've got another big NFL fan in the house. So you know what we're about this episode. He's even got a gear on. Get me?
Always.
Oh, it's standard.
Yeah, so this is actually a Miami Dolphins wristband, but it kind of rubbed off. But
Fair.
I never leave the house without something Dolphins related, ever.
Wow. Super fan.
Super fan. It's impossible. Absolutely impossible.
Would you say you're number one fan in the country for Dolphins?
No, not at all. Not at all.
I thought he was going to claim it.
No, I can't. Like, there are some hardcore Dolphins fans. I'm obsessed. Like, to have an obsessive nature. One of my friends, Lee, he does the Miami Dolphins UK podcast for the Dolphins team.
Yeah.
On his wedding day, his wife got him a Miami Dolphins helmet. So he's just there, wedding photos, helmet on, I can't get bigger than that. So it's what it is.
Oh shit, that's bad.
How did you get to the Miami Dolphins?
I mean, let's just go straight into it.
Okay, so I used to be a sports journalist and kind of got bored of football, just covering it 24/7. So wanted something new. Played Madden growing up without really understanding the sport. So one year I was like, you know what? Let me fully get into this sport. Picked a team, knew of the Dolphins, and that was about 2014, 2015. And been a fan ever since. So it's been fun.
You just picked a team. There was no
correlation.
just colours or just
kind of colours. I think if I was to go back and start again, I probably would have picked the Seahawks because that Legion of Boom defense was just incredible. So it would have been
Especially
that.
at that time as
Yeah.
well.
I just picked the Dolphins. I was like, you know what? They can't be that bad. And they kind of are. So it's like, I don't mind it. It's interesting.
Fair.
nice. Well, we're actually here today to discuss something that we're all proud about, and it's what's coming up, the NFL draft.
Yes.
And it's an interesting one this year because there's no real standout names. We've got kind of standout players, small, but no real guarantees in anywhere. So it's one of those drafts where you're looking at it like, it's going to be very interesting. A lot of trades could happen. A lot of people need positions, not quarterbacks so much this year. So it's interesting. So I wanted to hear who you've got going number one, Kadeem.
I wouldn't say it has to be Cam Ward, the quarterback from the Hurricanes. If I was the Titans, I'd go Abdul Carter. I just think,
Really?
yeah, this isn't the year to pick a quarterback. I really don't think it is.
All right. So on that, my follow-up to that is who's the best player in the draft before you go through?
Probably Abdul Carter, the edge rusher. He's just great. He's amazing.
Explosive though.
But I think it kind of sounded like the Titans weren't too sure who they were going to pick. And then at the combine, they were like, it's going to be Cam Ward.
Yeah.
So normally by now, I think this is for the first time in years, could be decades, where every team in the first round currently has their first round pick. Normally by now, someone traded out of it or whatever. Right now, everyone's got their first round pick and no one's traded up or traded down. Everyone's just sitting there waiting.
Yeah.
Which to me, kind of like, this isn't a good quarterback class. Normally by now, someone's moved up or... no one's moving right now because quarterback will go one and then the next one, no one knows where it's going.
Yeah.
So you really think Abdul Carter is the best player in the draft over Travis Hunter?
The interesting thing about Hunter is, what's his best position?
But the best player? I say his best position is definitely cornerback. I say he's better on the defensive because of instincts and that sort of stuff. But I feel like he can play both sides.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, especially with the cornerbacks. A lot are injured. And if they weren't injured, it will be a very strong
cornerback class. Yes.
And I think that's why even looking at like Travis Hunter and stuff, is he really the best corner in the class?
I feel like he's the best player in the draft, in the class. Overall player, because of what he can do both ways, his instincts for the game. And because you play both sides, you kind of know what the wide receiver is going to do.
Yeah.
There are other cornerbacks in the class. Injuries have derailed them this year. But I feel like other teams, or where I feel like Travis Hunter's going to go, other teams can use cornerbacks more than what they're going to use him for.
But then, do you think Travis Hunter is a guaranteed top 5 pick, even now?
Yeah, 100%.
You think so?
I think he's guaranteed top 3 pick.
You think so?
Guaranteed top 3.
I mean, in this draft,
I don't think he is.
don't you?
And again, it's because if Cam Ward goes number 1,
All right, who would be your top 3-5 players then? To forget positions, because we've already established that it's not a great quarterback draft, for instance. So
okay, so this is where I'm probably going to contradict myself because Abdul Carter probably is a top 3 player in this draft, but because he's not a quarterback, a team at number 2 could do something. Also, like, okay, Cam Ward goes number 1. The presumption is that Travis Hunter could go number 2 to the Browns.
Yeah.
But the Browns might take like Shador Sanders.
But
I've seen a lot of talk that they're gonna take Abdul Carter
Yeah, so they could go Abdul Carter.
to pair him up with Myles Garrett.
So then you've got the Giants at 3.
Yeah,
And the Giants could go Shador Sanders if Abdul Carter's not there, or they could go Abdul Carter. So all of a sudden, Travis Hunter not even going the first 3. And again, teams, you just never know what teams are going to do. It's crazy. So even if Travis Hunter is the best player in this year's draft, I don't think he's guaranteed to go top 3. And then watch him probably go second overall because teams are, you can't predict what teams are going to do.
I feel like if he doesn't go to the Browns at 2, the Raiders will trade up to the 2 seed for the 2 and take him there. I feel like the Raiders will trade up and take him right there because if you look at it now, they got Geno, quarterback now.
Yeah.
They don't really have a wide receiver. They don't really have cornerbacks. They have the perfect mesh of both if you draft Travis Hunter right there. I don't see him dropping below 5. I can see the Jets maybe, if he does drop below. I can see the Jets doing it.
so the Raiders got 6 and the Jets got 7.
Yeah.
right now.
So I can see the Jets trading up to 5 to make that trade. But I don't see him dropping any further than 3, I'll be honest. I don't think... I'm looking at the Giants at the 3 spot and going, Shador is there for them, but you've got Russell Wilson. If Russell Wilson plays well, you're going to extend him. It's a good to sit behind him for a year, but how long are you going to be sitting behind him for?
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? So
I think the Giants, they're going for not Shador, either Abdul Carter or Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
I think they're going for those 1,
100%.
2, like on the defensive end. That's the thing. And it's funny because Abdul Carter posted a picture the other day of Lawrence Taylor.
yeah, it'd be a good pairing with Brian Burns.
Yeah. That New York defensive, that D-line, if he goes there, then boy.
It would probably mean the end of Kayvon Thibodeau. Like, again, you don't perform, that's you gone. Like, teams are waiting around for you. So
I mean, they'll have like a year or 2 because of rookie contracts. And then
yeah, but then you could trade him, try and get some value for him, and kind of go from there.
What about Abdul Carter at 4 to the Patriots? Mac Rabel. I know they got a strong defensive front right now, but
I think 4 could be Will Campbell, the
DT.
tackle from LSU.
Yeah.
Because I think even there was the whole thing about, I assume you guys saw it, where it was like, tackle, combine, arm measurements, like 33 inches. We had to play guard. And he came out and was like, no one ever said that before you found out my arm measurements.
I didn't see that.
So now all of a sudden you think I'm going to play guard? No. And apparently the Patriots then came out through sources and say they see him as a tackle. So Drake May had a really good year. Why not go and get him your franchise left tackle?
Yeah.
Yep. I do like him at 4, but I feel like Abdul Carter could drop.
I don't think Abdul Carter makes it to 4.
So, but this is what I'm saying. I feel like Cam Ward, we know, is guaranteed 1.
Yeah.
I think Travis Hunter might go 2. I think Travis Hunter definitely goes 2, either to the Raiders or to the Browns, yeah?
Yeah.
I think Shador could go at the 3 spot because the Giants don't know what they're doing anyway.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
And then I see, if he goes there, then I say, you just now take the best player on the board, which is going to be Abdul Carter, at 4 to the Patriots. And the Patriots, they need a player like that.
The Patriots need it a lot.
Yeah.
Like, they just need
got
a lot
less.
in general.
Yeah, I know, but like at that point, you're taking the best player.
Yeah.
You're not thinking about things.
They've spent the most money this free agency, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what my thinking is. And then after that,
Do you know who else was a dark horse to get into the top 5 today?
Who's that?
Ashton Genty.
I think he's going at 6.
Because initially, a lot of the pre-talks last couple of weeks was he wasn't going to be top 7, 8, for instance.
Yeah.
And then I've seen today, like his name move up into the 5th spot. The Jags potentially getting him. And I was like,
Ashton Genty as he's probably a top 10 player
yeah.
who should not go in the top 10. Not because okay.
No.
I hear you.
And I say that because it's Saquon Barkley is the perfect example. What went 4th overall to 4th or 8th, 1 to 2 to the Giants.
Yeah.
And the Giants has never really fixed their line and wasted the first. And then he goes to the Eagles with the best offensive line in football and wins a ring. Ashton Genty, no matter how good he is, you need to give him a line.
Yeah.
Like
Facts.
the whole, yes, he can break tackles, but that's at college level. When no offense, most of those guys are making it to the NFL.
And I was even listening to something about how Boys State set up like their team was basically for him to rush.
Yeah.
Like it was never the let's test out him catching from the backfield.
Yeah.
It's like he's going for that record.
Yeah.
And obviously they had the line for it. So yeah, like you said, NFL and the Jags. Yeah.
But do you not think running back is a position that translates best from college to the NFL in terms of
I
like?
think it does, and I think their career works in opposite as to other people's careers. It starts off the best when they're in their rookie years, then it fades off towards the end.
Yeah.
Only because money gets involved and their length of contract gets involved because they want more security, innit? But they never get it.
And because it's not a secure position. So that's why I feel like he'll translate well in the first few years. But I don't see him going to the Jags because, it's not an organization you want to be going to.
Yeah.
Whereas if you go to the Raiders at 6, you pair Pete Carroll, you kind of got that beast mode 2.0 kind of feel to it. Do you get what I mean?
But it's the wonderful thing about a draft, though. You don't pick where you go.
Exactly. But
Majority of the time, yeah.
yeah, unless you're number one, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. After that, you
Well, you can be your number one, but you don't like the team that you're going to.
No, but you might know, like
You just
Caleb
like the
Williams
money that you
knew.
get.
Caleb Williams knew when he was playing in
Yeah.
college, he was going to Chicago. You get what I mean?
So he had a lot of time to make peace with it.
Yeah. It's Ashton Genty will be interesting because pairing him up with Pete Carroll is great, but that Raiders offensive line, like
Yeah.
it's again. To be fair, this is a very, very good and deep offensive line class. So you probably could fix it this year.
Yeah.
But if you don't fix it within 2 years, you are going to get a Saquon Barkley in New York situation where it's just like a phenomenal player just being wasted, and he won't sign an extension. So then it's like, okay, do we trade him or let him hit free agency? And a good team will find a way to get him, and then you'll see him be amazing.
Yeah.
Do you not think he'll sign an extension to get that first contract though? Especially like Deji said, running back, they wear out. Like,
and yeah, that would be the flip side. Is he might just sign it because hey, you guys are going to pay me a lot of money, and I don't care. But he also might look at it and go, I've proved I can do it at this level. I'm not signing this. Get me to a team who is going to pay me and win a ring, and then kind of go from there.
Before we leave Genty, do you think the Cowboys should try and find a way to get him?
I think the Cowboys,
Because they need a running back.
Marion Thompson. That's who they're going for.
I did see that as well, actually.
I feel like Jerry ain't trading up to do anything.
But the Cowboys
He's just gonna let the position come. He's not gonna.
Yeah.
they got
ain't
12
trading.
right now. Yeah, Genty's not falling to 12.
Yeah. And I don't see Jerry trading up. Personally.
Genty could fall to 12.
You think?
But again,
Actually, do you know what? Yeah.
And any one of them.
yeah, anyone can fall. You
Wait,
never know.
except for Cam Ward, I don't think.
What's the
Who do you have going 1 through 10?
what's the teams again?
So
you
Titans 1,
So Cam Ward.
Browns 2,
I think they probably will go Travis Hunter,
Giants 3,
Abdul Carter,
Patriots 4,
Will Campbell.
Jags 5.
I think it's too early for Tyler Warren.
Way too early. Mason Graham?
Yeah, they could go Mason Graham. But okay, put it this way, I don't think it'll be Ashton Genty.
Okay, cool. Raiders 6.
They shouldn't go Ashton Genty. this is probably where he might go, but I'm gonna give them again, not Ashton Genty. Like,
Okay.
dude, be smart. Don't go Ashton Genty.
Jet 7.
Could go wide receiver. This could be where McMillan goes. But if not, I could see them going for Tyler Warren, tight end.
Do you think to the Jets?
Yeah.
I have a slight inkling they're going to pick a quarterback.
You think so?
Don't
But
they
they
want to
got
see?
Justin
Justin
Fields.
Fields.
Justin
yeah.
Fields. But I feel like Shador's going at 9 for me personally. So I feel like Jackson Dart might go there.
Oh, Jackson Dart would be interesting here. Simply because his stock seems to be rising. I can see someone trading up in the back end of the first.
Okay.
So trading into the first round to try and get that 5th year option. But yeah.
Panthers at 8.
Jalen. He ain't coming to us.
Who?
Aston Jenny ain't coming to us.
Oh.
If I'm the Panthers, I'm trying to get something for Bryce Young.
As in,
What? Get rid of him?
No, as in,
sorry.
sorry.
I was like,
I was like, Bryce started dealing.
Yeah. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go get you a weapon.
Fair.
Could be a wide receiver. Again, if Tyler Warren's there, could be a tight
Could be
end.
a tight end, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Love
think
it.
we're going Jalen Walker, I'll be honest.
Okay.
Because linebacker pair.
Yeah.
That works well for us.
Fair.
Yeah.
Saints at 9.
With this Derek Carr injury,
So this is where I think Shador's gonna go now.
Yeah. Same.
yeah.
Because Derek Carr, they don't actually know how long he's gonna be out for, isn't it?
And if anything, if you're going to see a team trade up, it probably will be the Saints.
Yeah.
Because they'll be like, we can't sit and wait. We are going to trade up.
I thought they should have potentially got a quarterback anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I used to ride for Derek Carr, pause. But like, I used to back him when he was Raiders. Everything. I was like, no, Carr, like,
Yeah.
he actually gets
Yeah.
the team to like decent places, etc. And then like, I can't back him no more. I actually can't. And I think last season showed they started off, obviously everyone's like, oh, the Saints, the team. Everyone's like, the other people like, calm down, and they lost 9 straight or something.
He's a very middle of the road quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he can have good highs,
Yeah.
and then
Steady Eddie, innit?
He could just he's steady Eddie.
Steady Eddie.
It's not steady though.
No, but that's
Cause
where
his
you
lows
put him
are
in.
lows, bro.
That's what you put him in, that Steady Eddie.
It's just mid.
He's probably a quarterback where, like, if you have Derek Carr, you probably should be looking to move on from him soon.
Yeah.
So, like, if you've got Derek Carr, okay, like, we're going to be good for a season, but let's draft someone and get him ready because it's going to be one good year of Derek Carr and then,
Yeah.
thanks.
And the Bears at 10. This is where I think Genty might
This
potentially go.
could be Genty, yeah.
I actually think they're gonna pair him up with Caleb. It's like, bro, boom.
Who was the running back for Chicago last year? Montgomery?
No, it was what's his name? I feel like he might have been.
Oh wait, was it the one for us a few years ago?
No, this is bugging me.
Let's have a look.
I feel like it was the one that was at the Bills 2 years ago.
Cincinnati Bengals. That's not me.
DeAndre Swift.
Did just pick him up from the Lions, yeah.
DeAndre Swift.
To be fair, you could keep going with Swift.
But they always like to have 2, isn't it?
After a fun one lightning punch. But again, this is probably around. This is where everyone assumed Genty's probably gonna go.
Yeah.
10 to Chicago.
Yeah, but again, if I'm also, they probably still too early. It's a deep offensive line class, so it's like you probably don't need to go offensive line here unless Will Campbell just happens to be sitting there. And again, go and get Will Campbell. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
So to kind of bring it around, you could be a situation where Genty's just sitting there and the Cowboys like, yeah, 12, cool, we'll do it. But I also think the Cowboys are going to go wide receiver.
Yeah.
See, that's where I feel like they're going running back because their run game has been so bad.
I feel like they're going wide receiver because they pay Dak.
Oh.
And I think CD.
He needs
it's
a
not
partner.
CD needs help, but he then again
He needs a partner.
Yeah.
Or do they go edge rusher? Because Jerry Jones ain't paying Micah Parsons.
This is
don't
what I've
think?
been saying. I've been telling you guys he's not getting paid.
You don't think?
No.
He paid Dak a lot of money, and Dak ain't done much. He's like, I'm not doing it again. I paid,
Yeah, but I feel like that's just Jerry Jones's mantra.
Like, I paid Zeke, fell off a cliff. Paid Dak, not done much. And I'm not saying Dak is bad at all.
Yep.
And I think it's just like Micah Parsons, I'm no good.
What, you saying he's had enough now?
Shamar Stewart. This could be where Shamar Stewart.
Is that the other linebacker?
That's the edge rusher. You got the linebacker Jihad Campbell.
Jihad Campbell could replace Michael Parsons. I was thinking he's the one that could replace Michael Parsons.
I spoke to someone the other day about Jihad Campbell, kind of saying that. No, my friend who works for PFF, and he was saying Campbell's an interesting one because he's an off-ball linebacker, but his athleticism could have him become an edge rusher,
Right.
and it's very similar to Michael Parsons.
Parsons.
At Penn State, was the people look, is he a Mike linebacker, blah blah blah, and he's become an absolute dominant edge rusher. The other interesting thing is, in terms of the edge rushers, where does Mike Green go? And does someone even take the risk of taking him in the first round?
I'd say so.
That
You guys could use him.
Because I believe you guys are after the Cowboys.
Yeah, you guys are 13. You guys could use him.
that's a whole nother conversation.
No, but you could use him.
So you got 49ers 11, Cowboys 12, Dolphins 13.
Yeah, you guys really could use him.
I don't think we really could use him. Me personally, I wouldn't touch Mike Green with a barge pole.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay, I'll say that assuming people know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So I'm very much, and I've been consistent with this. When we traded Tyreek Hill, I was like, no thanks, I'm good.
I was going to come up onto Tyreek Hill at some point, but yes,
Yeah.
no.
So for me, and is it Howie Roseman came out recently and said the Eagles don't even look at players with
baggage.
with allegations hanging over them. They don't even touch them.
Don't they?
Who?
The Eagles.
Who-
The Philadelphia Eagles.
Who you thinking about?
I'm pretty sure if not the Eagles,
Their main man was kill someone.
Mike Vick, that was the Falcons. Okay, sorry, the Eagles, but then also I don't think I was under Harry Roseman's
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
I was just about to bring that up.
different regime. Yeah,
No, I'm talking about
I was
recently,
about to bring
though.
that up.
Yeah,
But who was recent though? Besides Vic?
no, Vic didn't kill no one.
No,
No, Vick was
it
dogfighting.
was
Yeah,
dogfight.
he was dogfighting too.
Who's their center? Not their center.
The center was Kelsey.
Their
for
dominant.
years.
I can't remember.
DT, Jalen Carter.
Yeah.
He had some, I can't remember.
Jaden
what
Carter
he
killed
had.
someone in a car crash, or Diz a Madness killed like a family.
Was it? I remember him having something, but
yeah. Jaden Carter.
Was it intentional or accident?
No, obviously.
Well, I mean, he's still playing.
yeah, but the Eagles touch people. That,
Okay,
Yeah, it was
he
Jalen
said.
Carter.
Yeah, Harry Roseman said we have some objective things that I can't even overrule, and there was, but for one, violence against women. So,
Right.
yeah,
I feel like Mike Green's gonna go to Atlanta though, because obviously he had 70 sacks this season. Atlanta had 31 sacks the whole of last season as a team. So I feel like he's the player that they need, and it's a perfect match for them. Obviously you have to overlook all the allegations, but if you're gonna do it somewhere, Atlanta's a place to do it. So
I think the one thing
Wow.
I'm finding so interesting about this draft cycle so far, it's kind of coming across on this pod as well. No one knows what's going to happen.
Yeah.
it's free for all.
And especially, this is all assuming no one trades up or anything like that. The moment you get that first trade, everything goes out the window.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's been too silent.
Yeah.
But like you said, this is the first time, sorry to cut you off, first time in how many years that there's been nothing up until this moment, just before the trade.
Every team having its own first round pick. In the years I've watched it, like
It's good.
it's good, but it doesn't happen. Someone always picks up another first round pick somewhere, and so far it hasn't happened. So
But yeah, that is a very good point that you made. It's very interesting. And I think because there's no star-studied quarterbacks,
yeah,
for instance, there's obviously talented players, but it's just like the two big flashing names in this are Abdul Carter and Travis Hunter.
And you got Shador on the back end, Cam Ward on the back end.
I think Shador's more so partly his name though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to say obviously, I was staying up for Colorado games by default, and Shador, I think he can do bits in the NFL, but he's not a wow projected quarterback compared to previous drafts, for instance. And then again, the same for Cam Ward. So
What I can see though, with the Browns, I feel like the Browns need a quarterback. So I can see them doing a madness and maybe trading for Kirk Cousins because they need a veteran presence in there while Deshaun's out injured. I feel like they could trade for Kirk Cousins and then
Won't Watson be fit for the start of the season?
he claims he will be.
he's telling us.
But he also said he's back better than ever. It's like, big man.
I saw that headline the other day.
Big man's relaxed.
Yeah.
Like, work in silence. Work in silence and surprise people.
He doesn't even need to talk.
Yeah,
it's
just
true.
yeah.
So he's telling us that. So I'm trying to work out what they're going to do quarterback wise because I feel like you can't go into the season with backup quarterback, especially in that division. You need a prominent quarterback. I feel like Kirk Cousins can be there. You know, he can be Mr. Consistent for a period of time, and you know they like big contracts over there in Cleveland.
Didn't they re-sign Joe Flacco the other day?
Flacco is somewhere potentially.
I think the Browns re-signed him. the
Oh,
other
that's
day.
but you know for how much? What like a
No, I get that, but like
a Jameis Winston kind of deal.
flipping, what's it? Deshaun's still on their books in terms of, and Cousins still got a fairly big contract.
He's guaranteed money. He's got 100 million.
Flacco is with Cleveland.
He's back
but
with the
but I
Browns,
also
yeah.
think if you're Cleveland and you just paid Myles Garrett a lot of money, I can see them not throwing away the season, but just rolling with Watson and going, if it doesn't work out this year, and it's not going to work out this year, go for someone next year. Like Archie Manning is the poster boy of the 2026 class, but there's also some other good quarterbacks allegedly coming up. So I think a lot of teams, because this isn't a super strong class, I think they'll just wait a year and just go, do you know what? Next year could be the one.
That's what slightly made me feel like early on, anyway, that the Titans would wait
Yeah.
a year. But and then I feel like the desperation's kicked in, where it's like, all right, cool, we just
Their fans need someone.
Yeah, I don't think the Titans could wait because they've got a new stadium coming and they want to see it filled.
yeah.
And because of that, they want a decent enough quarterback or maybe a quarterback on the rise to
a potential
to be
franchise
that.
name. Yeah.
So they need something like that.
I also think, and this is based off nothing but opinion, I don't think they got a big enough offer to trade out of the first overall pick. And again, because there's no star-studded quarterback, I honestly reckon if someone made an offer that was not even amazing, that was good enough, they would have traded out, got the picks and gone, we'll see what happens this year, and then next year if we need to move up, we've got the ammo. Because that hasn't happened, it's like, we'll just sit here. And if you have to take Cam Ward, it is what it is.
Because the thing, like, even though their record wasn't good last season, they're a good defensive team. Like we were saying it in a lot of their games last season, it was not their defense losing. Obviously, there were some games the scores would just be drastic, and it happens when you've got a ridiculously poor offense.
It wasn't their defense, but they gave up 25.4 points a game still.
Yeah.
So-
But Will Levis is giving short yard.
yeah,
or
of course.
throwing pick
Of
sixes.
course.
Like, bro,
You gotta take the bad with the
half
good.
the points is from the offense.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Like, so,
It is true.
yeah. I don't. Anyway, let's go to your Miami Dolphins and your star man, Tyreek Hill.
Not my star man. Let's not. Don't put it on me. Not at all. Don't do that. He's not my star man. I genuinely would never have traded for him.
Why not?
Because the baggage. Listen, this whole, what he's doing at the moment,
Yeah.
I didn't see this coming, but I saw something coming.
Yeah.
Like, there's a reason why he went in the 5th round in Kansas. And
The Chiefs have been known to take. They take troublesome people.
yeah.
They're the ones that they think they can change people.
But then listen,
We're hopeful people.
I can't deny that he is one of either like a top 5 wide receiver. Like I'm not getting into that debate. But the drama that comes along with him and the baby mama drama, and it's like every offseason, and it's funny because to me, no amount of baggage off the field drama is worth what you do on the field. And Dolphin fans are now going, I don't know what, he's not even worth it. I was like, don't do that because last year you was happy. I went to my first Miami game in Miami this season, and our season just gone. And driving up to the game, we saw loads of police presence. Didn't think anything of it. get to the stadium, and our police presence was Tyreek Hill getting arrested, which is mad.
Oh, was that day?
That was that day.
And Calais Campbell was also there.
yeah.
We didn't do anything wrong that day.
He didn't know. and again, I'm not gonna say that he did.
Right, he
did.
did a hell of a period to go, boy.
It was mad, but it's there's always something with him. There was what might have been last off season where he slapped someone like while out fishing. He allegedly broke a woman's leg. Like there's always something. Always. His house nearly burnt down. Like big man.
He wasn't at home though. A lot of this stuff is happening when he's not there. You know.
That house, the house thing. I just remember Rick Cross's Instagram. Like Tyreek Hill, his house is burning. I was like, bro.
And again, even if he wasn't there,
He's like, he's my neighbor.
stuff around him happens, and
Yeah,
and it's distraction off the field. Him quitting against the Jets. It sounds weird. Didn't bother me. Didn't bother me at all. Didn't care.
Because if anything, that would be your, all right, let's get him out reason even more.
Do you know what? That wasn't even it. So just me personally, people don't agree with this. As a fan base, you all support your different teams, fair enough. But I don't care how bad you get. I'm not quitting on my team. I'm there through thick and thin, the good, the bad. The amount of Dolphin fans who quit in week 2 against Buffalo and then blamed... So, man, Dolphin fans that quit in week 2 and wanted the Dolphins to lose every single game and tank. I said, I'm done with this team. Go and get me a new quarterback. I hope you guys lose, blah, blah, blah. Just didn't care. Send him my season ticket. Okay, cool, fair enough. Tyreek Hill at the end of the season, when it was official that you weren't making the playoffs, I ain't playing the rest of the game. How dare you do that? Big man, you quit 7 weeks. Shut. No, I don't want to hear it. And again, that's just me.
Yeah.
Like, again, so I was there for the Buffalo game. I flew out on the Friday morning, got there Friday, went to the Jags game on the Sunday, the Buffalo game on the Thursday. I know someone who left the UK on the Wednesday night for the Buffalo game on Thursday. And left at half time.
My goodness.
Oh, once Tua got injured.
Done.
Oh, wow.
Big man, really?
But yeah, well, you know, that's it.
Flew, yeah.
They want to stay for the experience.
Nah. He was done. That's a fan though. Fans feel it.
And 100%. But also, Tyreek Hill, this is a job to him.
Of course.
I'm done. So
I mean, with the amount of alleged children he has.
Yeah, but it's like so I
Even
don't
on one more, mate.
I don't care if Tyreek Hill quits mid-game because you guys quit mid-season.
Yeah.
Right.
Like to me, you're all quitters. All of you are quitters. So you can get angry at him, but I was angry at you for week 2.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear you moaning at another quitter, but that's just me.
Yeah.
I'm weird like that. So
What's the Miami Dolphins looking like going forward for you? Who do you want there? Who do you not want there? Where do you want switches? Where do you want changes?
And who would you want from the draft, realistically, for you guys to draft?
realistically, I want. Right, if I had the perfect situation, it will be one of the Wills in Campbell or Johnson.
Cornerback as well.
And the Will Johnson one is interesting because he has a bit of an injury history.
Yep.
Which Dolphins fans hate players who are injured because everyone's injured. So they hate Chris Greer for drafting injury-prone players or bringing in injury-prone players. But those Dolphin fans are on my timeline, go and get Will Johnson. It's like, big man, Chris Greer isn't your problem. You just don't like the person. And again, that's completely fine. But these Miami fans have no issue with injury-prone players if they like the person.
Right.
So they like Will Johnson. They think he's a good cornerback. They're willing to take that risk.
It's only a toe injury.
But
That gets him out.
also the hamstring injury. And I think he had a shoulder injury and there was like a knee and a knee surgery as well.
Yeah.
So it's quite a lot.
That's different places, bro.
100%. But it's
The sun helps.
listen, that Miami lifestyle is mad.
Yeah.
So
Don't have to tell me twice.
so for me it's one of the Wills if they're there. If not, and we can't trade back, I'd probably go Gray Zabel. To me, it's just a very, very, very solid draft pick, which the Dolphins will manage to mess up. I know for a fact they will, 100%. But yeah, I'd play it safe.
Okay.
Gray Zabel. if I can't get one of the balls.
And you guys going forward this year? Wait, what's the aspirations?
Tua stay healthy all year. That is aspiration. Tua has to stay healthy.
And if not, do you look for another quarterback next year?
Yeah, you have to, 100%. And then again, the discussion then becomes if Tua goes down and what part of the season he goes down, does everyone go? Ramsey, Hill, do you try and get something for Waddle? Jalen Phillips probably won't get a new contract because of the injuries, so do you try and get something for him?
Did Ramsey get repaid again? Was it last year or?
No, that was Tyreek Hill, I believe.
Yeah, he got restructured to be
I thought
alongside the
Ramsey
highest
got
paid players.
again.
Actually, to be fair,
He might have.
There was a point he became the highest paid cornerback again.
Yeah,
he broke the.
he probably did.
Yeah, I might maybe a year before, but yeah.
But yeah, it's a case of Dolphin fans kind of want Graham McDaniel to go. I'm fine with both of them. And again, my belief is if you're a Dolphins fan and you went into the last 2 seasons under Mike McDaniel and Chris Greer believing the Dolphins could reach the Super Bowl, then you believe those guys have done a good job on paper.
Of course.
It didn't work out, and that's understandable. But you can't tell me as a Dolphins fan that those guys are bad at their job when you back them to get to the promised land. It's one thing if you didn't even back them to do that. Like, this is a 7-9 team, I want them gone. No. You believed on paper this is a 13, 14 win team who's going to reach the Super Bowl.
I mean, 2 years ago, you guys should have been the
I
one
don't
seed.
want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that.
Well, you shouldn't have been the 1 seed.
No, they should have.
No, they shouldn't have because they had to win games to win to get the 1 seed.
Yeah, no, but like I'm saying, in the position that they were at, and then
The AFC East was ours to.
yeah, because the Bills end up winning. Was it 6 of their last 7 to end up snatching the 1 seed?
No, I mean no, but they should have been. They could have been the 1 seed in the whole division, in the whole AFC.
Yeah, but like.
But in their own
I think
division, that's them.
With the Dolphins, it's baby steps. I didn't even see the whole AFC. I just thought, finally be the 1 seed in your own division. It's basically in your hands. Get the whole
Dolphins
playoff
division
game.
is not an easy division anyway.
No, it's not. But like at that point,
What are you talking about? The Dolphins division.
Yeah, because we're there.
It's only you two.
It's an easy division. The thing is,
Bills and the
we just
Dolphins.
can't beat Buffalo, and that's the most annoying thing.
Yeah.
like legit. Like since Tua's been drafted and played, he hasn't lost to the Patriots and hasn't lost to the Jets. Tua has not lost to either one of those teams.
Yeah.
We just can't beat Buffalo, and I'll say this now. It's because Buffalo are crybabies. You played us in the 1 p.m. sun, lost, and we haven't played you since. It's mad.
what year was this?
This was 2 seasons ago. It was the year we beat the Ravens, we beat Buffalo, and Buffalo complained that it was too hot.
That was at the beginning of the season. Yeah,
Buffalo
I remember that.
these men complained that it was too hot.
I mean, they complained against the Chiefs and they
Yeah.
got the 13 sec there.
You
So-
know,
so- that's what I'm saying.
Buffalo
Like-
complaining to get rules changed.
Fam, it's mad.
It's the only
Poster
team.
boy.
It's actually mad.
It's the only team I know that
Poster
can
boy
get rules
Josh Allen.
changed.
It's actually mad.
Rules change every year, not win anything.
Literally.
When you're in a big market like New York,
You guys aren't really in New York, bro.
You're fake.
You better way.
It's mad. Literally, since Buffalo complained, they've moved so many Dolphin games, like so many of our home games are either like 4 p.m. or on prime time because these men complained it was too hot.
But that's the thing, yeah. With obviously, you don't want to touch on 2 seasons ago, but even say when the Chiefs beat them in the playoff game, I felt like that after that the Dolphins could still build on what they were potentially like bringing up. Obviously, you'll be disappointed not getting the 1 seed overall AFC or the division, and then losing to the Chiefs the way they did. But the squad is, I won't say is anymore, but the squad was there at that moment where you could add a couple more pieces and then actually go and, because I think I might have had the Dolphins to win the division last season when we done like our predictions just before the season.
Yeah, we didn't have the Bills making the playoffs.
No, I did.
Yeah, I didn't have the Bills.
Oh no, I think I might have had the Bills winning the division. I had both of them going through anyway.
before the start,
Before the start, no one had the Bills making the
No,
playoffs.
no,
I
I
don't
always
think
had
we
the
did.
Bills. I
because I
remember
thought it was going to have a downer season.
Yeah.
you lot did. I always had the Bills going through.
I think
Check
you
the
might have had
tapes.
I
Check the tapes.
yeah, no, I definitely had the Dolphins win the division last year.
But either way, I just thought like the Dolphins after that first season, it's like, bro, you've got you paid your players. You've got some firepower.
We put up
And then
70.
firepower was crazy.
We put up 70 against Denver without breaking sweat.
Breaking sweat, yeah, it
We
was nuts.
demolished them. It wasn't a close game. But injuries, like Phillips went down, Chubb went down, Robert Hunt went down. Like
Yeah, you
like
had a lot of
Waddle picked up an injury. Hill was playing hurt. Like Teron Armstead. Austin Jackson got hurt. Like Andrew Van Ginkel got hurt. Javon Holland. Like again, that Chiefs game. I went to that Chiefs game knowing we was going to lose. We had no one.
Yeah.
Literally
And it was
no one.
super cold as well.
And then Dolphin fans got angry and blamed too. I was like, yo, big man, what are we doing here? Like, again, if you're a Dolphins fan that went into that Chiefs game thinking that you were going to go into Arrowhead in freezing cold temperatures with a quarter of a team and win, whatever you're smoking, I need that because it's mad. It's mad.
Because that was one of the coldest games in NFL history
Yeah.
as well.
Yep.
With, like you said, half your team's out as
Yeah.
well. So, yeah, that's nuts.
I hate Buffalo, man.
Listen, we do what we do and we do it well. But I wanted to ask you something though. Where did you stand when people were talking about Tua retiring?
Which time?
The latest time.
The latest time.
Yeah.
Because you were actually at the game.
Um,
Like, what was that in-feeling reaction like? Or, like, from your point of view and then the rest of the fan base straight away?
my point of view at the time was, and it sounds really weird, it wasn't as bad as everyone thought.
Okay.
But I say that because the one against the Bengals, he was carried off the field. Like, it was mad.
Yeah.
This one, he got up after a while and walked off. So it was like, okay, he's going to miss the next game, but it's not that bad. My thing with the Tua situation is keep the same energy for all the other players that suffer concussions. Like Kenny Pickett had 2 in the rookie season.
Yeah.
No one said anything. Brandon Cooks has had so many. No one's ever told Brandon Cooks to retire, or to the same level that they told Tua to retire. Now I totally get it. The Tua one was one of the scariest ones. It's on prime time. Like, that's bad. But we don't really care about concussions, but like we
Yeah, you're not wrong.
we don't.
Different
like-
positions though when you're talking about that.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
And the fact they just paid him as well.
Yeah. And he's had what, three documented concussions in the 5 years he's been in the NFL, which it's a lot. I'm not going to say here it's a lot, but compared to other players, it's nothing.
But because of the position he plays, you don't hear about quarterback concussions at this level.
Kenny Pickett had 2 in his rookie season.
Yeah, but we also don't see him anymore.
Yeah, okay.
Respectfully.
Anthony Richardson, he's had one.
Yeah, but the style of play he plays like, you understand that.
He's
Tua
like
doesn't.
it's like a
to an
mini
extent,
bulldozer.
yeah, Tua's style of play doesn't warrant concussions, and
And
he
I
gets
think-
concussions
I
from
think-
normal tackles.
And I don't know how long we're going to see Richardson in the league too.
I don't think he gets concussions from normal tackles though.
I think it's how Tua reacts to the concussions.
That too.
That's the issue. But like the Bengals one, like the way he slammed the back of his head is a way that you kind of, regardless of, like in any sport, that happens. It's like, the guy's concussed.
Yep.
It just is.
It kind of happened. I was watching the Warriors Clippers game, and you see when Draymond Green, the back of his neck hit someone's knee or something like that, and he came back in the game. But, and it just made me think, literally, that shit actually happens.
Yeah.
Like,
I think the most concerning one, I'll say the most concerning, but it's as Dolphin fans, it's like we just want you to look after yourself. And the injury against the Bills was him not looking after himself.
that was, so not to sound bad, that was his fault.
Yeah, it was. But the thing is, the Bengals, Tua throughout his career, going back to Alabama, most of his injuries are on him.
Yeah.
Like like the Bengals one, dude, throw the ball away. Nothing's on. Throw the ball away. Stop playing hero ball, because eventually someone's going to touch you and tackle you. Touch them, it's really, really bad. The Bills one, again, I get it. Prime time, you're at home. You want to generate that spark. Is what it is. I shameless plug, have a Miami Dolphins podcast, and we spoke to
We'll come into that.
me and my host Charlie spoke to Javon Holland after his rookie season, and he spoke about the game against the Jets where Tua runs over Michael Carter, and Javon Holland was like on the sideline was like, "Yo, let's go!" Like, sorry, because everyone's pumped.
Yeah.
And Tua had that mentality: is that I'm the leader of this team. If we're losing, I'm going to get us into it. Even after the
It does play like that.
even after the Bengals concussion, and I know. First game back against Pittsburgh, October 23rd, prime time, my birthday. That's how I know it. And he
I
runs
was about to say your memories.
and he runs someone over. And after he said, I need to do that for myself. I need to know that I can do that. I can take hits. And that is Tua.
Yeah.
He even said it. I'm going to die on this field if I have to. Like, I don't care. So it's he says he wants to protect himself, but he's never going to. And in that situation, what do you do?
Even when his injury happened, and then I think we brought up like, should he retire? So I was like, you can't fault him for just wanting to keep going. Like, especially athletes, no matter what stage they're at or level they're at, but the ones that are at their apex, like, you kind of still just want to see it, like, and see how their mindset into what they actually go through, like how they're gonna fight through things. And do you know what? Forget the apex. It just happens to athletes across the board.
But then, and again,
Like, because you forget everything in that moment. You just feel like you said, the team were hyping him up. And
Yeah.
that's what he's thinking. I need to help the brothers out. Like,
but then also he plays a sport where you can look after yourself, but others might not. Like
His position especially.
we've seen quarterbacks slide early, and defender comes, cleans them. I will never forget. We played the Ravens in prime time, and Joe Flacco slid, and Kiko Alonso cleaned him. Who was it? Who was it last season?
it happened
Jags.
to
Jags.
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence, yeah.
Is it the safety for the
Was it Texans? Yeah.
Is it safety or?
Yeah.
But as I'm saying,
Someone.
he slid. He protected himself. And my whole thing is, if the league really cares about injuries and stuff like that, they need to tell quarterbacks to stop. Can I swear?
Yeah.
To stop taking the piss. So you will see a quarterback will be running, and he can slide early.
Mahomes.
And
Prime
That one-
example.
Mahomes is my guy. Chief.
no,
But
100%.
He done it against the Texans.
And that's the thing. It's
And the Bills.
yeah.
and piss off you.
but that's the thing. It's like a quarterback can slide, but he's going to want to get that every single inch.
Yeah.
And that's cool. But that means I'm going to tackle you.
Yeah.
As they say, once you leave the pocket, you're a runner.
Yep.
So once you leave that pocket, if you want to, try and give me a little hezzy, that's cool. Don't cry when you're on the floor.
Yeah, but the refs protect them.
And that's
the problem.
and that's the issue. So yeah, Mahomes, clean him.
Yeah.
Because either one or two things happen. He's going to learn and not do it again.
Yeah.
Or he's going to keep on doing it. But now I know I can do it. Same with Josh Allen. Yo, Dolphins hit him.
Allen does it a lot.
Yeah.
Like, hit him.
But he takes the hit though.
He don't cry.
No, he does.
He gets the
He does.
He gets the
Allen's number
penalties.
one in
Yeah.
terms of getting the penalty.
But-
calls,
but
that
that's the
doesn't
thing,
get
so-
talked about.
But he takes the hit.
He does, yeah. So
6'5", bro. Take it, bro. Pause.
yo, pause. Yeah, but no, that is the thing. It should be a case of if you're going to slide early.
But then
Yeah.
the flip side is Trevor Lawrence. He did.
Yeah, he did.
And he got just
But
absolutely
then
dirty
even
play
then, there's sliding early, and then there's sliding early because
Yeah.
there's
on. Knowing how to slide
yeah,
as well.
but also like there's no one within 5 yards.
I'm a slide.
I'm gonna slide, and then there's someone now approaching me.
I'm a slide.
I'm gonna slide. But again, as a defender, you don't know when they're gonna.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have to pretend like they're not going to
Yeah.
slide.
Yeah. You know, in some cases, even when there's like a late hit or late call, you give as a fan, I give that defender leeway because
Yeah.
it's like it's just a flick of the switch kind of thing. Whereas like Trevor Lawrence, that one was actually dirty.
Do you know what though? When you watch it back a number of times, you start to see where the defensive players are coming from when they're saying the closing speed. You know, in the NFL and everyone's fast.
Yeah.
It's difficult to slow down if you're already going for that
hard, man.
position.
Yeah.
It's hard.
You can't now go and then jump out of it because you're risking yourself injury.
Agree,
That's
but
why-
when you've got history like that, Texans players that
obviously
has-
because he
I
has the
forgot his
history.
name, and I think Al Nazir.
Or I'll
Yeah.
just
yeah,
you're
Big
in the
man.
right.
he's
I
got
apologize.
history. That's
Yeah.
why he got suspended.
Right, but I'm just saying, in that moment, that's happened. We've seen it a lot where
Yeah.
people have slid and they're closing and they try and jump out the way and they don't,
Yeah, no, it happens.
and their forearm hits the quarterback's head and then they're knocked out. But
again, like they changed the rules about 10 years ago now. Like when you sack a quarterback, you can't put your weight on them. And a friend of my host podcast, Will Hayes, played the Raiders, sacks Derek Carr, but tries to avoid falling on him. Does it like his ACL. Never played again. Had to retire. To be fair, he was at that age where
if he gets a serious, it could be.
Yeah. You guys know who Will Hayes is, right?
Yeah.
So it's just like, so. But I remember speaking to him. It's like, it's unfortunate, but I hurt myself playing probably the best football of my career, trying to protect someone else, which is kind of unfair because, like, if that's a running back, you aren't telling me to do that.
No.
So again, it's quarterbacks need to learn to protect themselves, but the league gives them enough protection anyway, and then quarterbacks like your boy Mahomes takes the piss. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, he doesn't do it all the time.
But then and a lot of players are ref differently.
Yeah.
And you can see, obviously, Mahomes gets a lot of calls. Well, Mahomes actually doesn't, but Josh Allen gets a lot of calls for things that you're thinking, well, that quarterback wouldn't get that call.
Yeah.
Because they look at certain people, oh, you're out of the pocket, you're a running back. Lamar Jackson, for instance.
Yeah.
You're now actually a running back because we looked at you as a running back before you came into the draft. Josh Allen, we just looking at you, oh, you're just a big brute quarterback. So
funnily enough, with Lamar, he actually doesn't get mad hits because
he's evasive, but he slides all runs out of bounds.
Like
He's so silky.
Lamar, in a weird way, he knows how to get hit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
It's like he knows his angles, everything like that. Whereas like Josh Allen's just got that Cam Newton flex about him.
But Cam Newton didn't get those calls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the difference.
Yeah.
This is the difference. I'm a Carolina Panthers fan. I know he did not get them calls.
Facts.
He was just getting injured.
if you win, you get the calls, and that's is what it is.
Bro, I feel like that happens across most sports. The top players generally.
Van
Cam
Dijk.
Newton was a top player. He wasn't getting them calls.
Yeah.
What's your top player?
What do you mean, was he a top player? How many MVPs are in existence in this NFL, you know?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
He was a top player.
but when it mattered, he didn't dive on the ball. And boy,
But
It doesn't matter.
well, to be fair, you seen your team reach Super Bowl, so I'm talking like
This is the
I
thing.
would love it.
This is the thing.
But-
We've been there. He was there.
Yeah, no, he was.
He was in the big game. A lot of men ain't making it.
That's true. Yeah,
Some men never.
Oh, Josh Allen. What? Who said that?
Sorry, that's magic, though. Man, wow. Again, why am I like backing that like too? Like, guys, what are we doing here?
That's why I'm not saying anything.
No, but obviously we were talking about just in this case, Bills game, Tua could have not taken the hit. Literally, like
Oh yeah, not even take a hit. Don't dive head first.
yeah.
Simple as, isn't it?
Big man, you have a history of brain injuries.
Yeah.
How about you don't dive? But again, it's you're in the red zone. You're trying to get that spark. Boy, it's
Because I can't remember the Bill. I said it at the time. The Bills player that
Damar Hamlin.
no, is it? I think one of the big guys. He was saying to a slide.
Was it Ed Oliver?
Oh,
Yeah, I think so. I can't remember who it was exactly, but he said it after the game. He said in the moment he was like,
he didn't want to tackle him.
yeah, he was saying to a slide, and then
He didn't actually tackle him too.
Yeah,
He
Dive.
just,
it's like it's just gone into Damar Hamlin, which
He's 1-on-1. It's amazing.
yeah, it's just crazy. Do you have any optimism for the Dolphins this season?
Of course, yeah.
Okay, fair.
But I have optimism because I've seen the 49ers go from like 2-14 to the Super Bowl. I'm waiting for that Josh Allen decline. I don't know when it's going to happen. I'm waiting for that decline.
yeah. But even if we decline, these guys are still a problem.
The Chiefs.
Yeah, we can't get past the Chiefs.
Yeah, but I think you're saying it from the sense of winning the division, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, first then.
And what Tua is
Actually, yeah.
Tua's 0-3 against Mahomes, but legitimately, the Dolphins outside of that playoff game, I was there in Germany. We started off,
You threw that away.
that's on
And
us.
threw
even
that game
I
away.
think a game years ago we won in Miami. I think Mahomes had like 2 interceptions or something. if
Yeah,
I'm not
it
mistaken.
was the I think Tyreek Hill had like 2 kick returns, something like that.
Yeah.
And again, it was like, yeah,
Like Mahomes always says, like playing in Miami always causes him slight trouble. I think he played Super Bowl there as well.
again, and then D-man complained, and you're not playing. Listen, that 1 o'clock heat is
Different.
nothing I've never felt before.
The Patriots always, even under Belichick, they were still losing to you guys. Brady's last years
Listen,
in Miami.
Tua has never lost to the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
As a rookie, like, he's never lost to the Patriots.
Was it Fitzgerald that beat Brady? Was it Patriots last season or season before, and they end up losing seeded because of it.
Yeah, and then you go on Super Bowl, yeah. But that can't have been the miracle in Miami game.
Genuinely, I think it might have.
That might have been the Miami miracle.
Fitzpatrick.
Oh no,
won it at
that was Tannehill though. Tannehill threw the Miami miracle touchdown.
Okay, no, I'm talking about the one where Fitzpatrick
But
won it at the end.
I know the one you mean, yeah.
And I think it lost the Patriots seed.
It's
like overall
the home seed. The Patriots lost the home seed to the Chiefs, and you're welcome. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's mad. You're welcome.
So I like Miami, bro.
Yeah.
Get me. I mean, we're gonna do obviously closer to time once the draft's done, preseason, all that stuff. And hopefully we can get you on then when we actually do our predictions and stuff like that. But obviously the draft hasn't happened yet. But Aaron Rodgers, do you think where do you think he's going? It seems pretty obvious, but do you think that's potentially will change that team's direction? So you could stay the team and then change their draft direction.
I can't really see a team picking him up, you know.
Really?
Yeah.
Seriously?
The
Steelers?
But what if now? Yeah, okay, yeah. Now I see it even more. Sorry, I'm backing you on this one.
The Steelers? He wants to go to the Vikings apparently, but they don't need him.
Steelers.
But I think the Vikings are keeping their
JJ McCarthy.
They're just keeping it open because apparently they're willing to potentially get Kirk Cousins as well. Yeah,
They want 50 mil in their books for 1 year.
bro. JJ McCarthy's a rookie, bro.
Understood, but then Aaron Rodgers is going to come for less than that.
Yeah, but it's whether you want the Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, but he's coming off a season where he can't really be that guy anymore.
You take Kirk Cousins to the Vikings
He's been there.
after just leaving the Vikings.
There's rumors.
Yeah, but it's a lot of money for a man that's not going to put you over the edge. And
These
they
rumours
look
now,
like they
we
want to
should
go for
start
something.
Man said we should start. But they're like, sorry, we're gonna come back to Rodgers, but the Vikings have the weapons. Do you know what I mean? It seems like they just need real competent quarterback play.
It's not with Kirk
Yeah,
Cousins.
but what did Rodgers show us last season?
When he was actually not in the media and complaining, he wasn't actually that bad. He wasn't Aaron Rodgers.
I just thought Rodgers he wasn't bad last season. I just thought he was even kill, fair, all right.
Yeah, he
And
just
that was
wasn't.
it.
He just wasn't Aaron Rodgers MVP that we're used to seeing. He was 41-year-old Aaron Rodgers that you expect to see from a 41-year-old playing in the NFL.
There's definitely an element. You give Aaron Rodgers, Justin Jefferson, and this Brian Flores defense, and you're probably going to have a problem, like a massive problem.
I agree. And Jordan Addison.
Yeah,
And who's the Titan? Is it TJ Hawkinson?
but it's if you're the Vikings, you kind of need to know what you've got in JJ McCarthy.
Yeah.
This year?
But that's what I'm
As soon
thinking.
as possible, really.
Like, the Vikings might be in a... Like, they were what, 14-3? Was it 14-3 last
With
season?
Sam Darnold,
Yeah, with Sam Darnold, bro. So
mad.
So you take Aaron Rodgers.
Like-
He's a better quarterback than Sam Darnold on his best day.
But how many best days does he have?
They don't have to be. I don't know. He might have 10. He might have 10. But Sam Darnold played a
so
season of
full
his
season.
life last year.
Yeah.
yeah, he had a really good season.
He's down in Seattle. They put the weapons around him to help him. But what's he going to do over there?
Of course, yeah. Like I can't imagine you get the same Sam Darnold, but it's more father unless you're Tom Brady and Cristiano Ronaldo. Father time catches up with everyone.
LeBron James.
Yeah, and I think
Literally.
yeah, I think the Vikings would be wise to see what they have with JJ McCarthy. Aaron Rodgers, Pittsburgh. I can see it. Again, so much will depend on if one of these teams are going to take a flyer on like a Quinn Ewers or like a Jackson Dart or stuff like that. Which is why, again, Aaron Rodgers is still... My thing with Aaron Rodgers is that it seems like he wants to retire, but also is happy to keep on playing. Like he doesn't really care which one. And if you're an NFL team, it's like, no, I need you to care about playing. If you want to retire, then go. Yeah. None of this, I'm not too sure, because if we start losing, I don't want to, no, I'm done now. Like, no, you're either with us fully or you're not. And when he went to the Jets and was like, oh, you know, I was like 90% retired, yeah, then big man, what are we doing there? So
So you don't think he's going to carry on In your personal opinion, you think he's done?
My personal opinion, he's done. Which the way I'm predicting things at the moment, he'll be with a team and he'll probably win a Super Bowl. Like my predictions at the moment, oh boy.
Say the opposite for the Dolphins then.
Listen,
Say you're going over to me.
I've still got talks in Rasmus Højlund. My predictions are all it's upsetting. It's upsetting.
But no, on Rodgers though, because I think by now people would have thought he would have been picked up, and literally, I feel like now the draft's gonna happen before he actually gets signed.
I also think with Rodgers, he will probably want to go somewhere where he can kind of dictate what he wants to do.
Yeah.
Mike Tomlin's like, big man, me and you aren't size. This isn't going to work. Like, I know what I'm doing. I don't need you to tell me how to run an offense or anything like that.
But at the same time, Mike Tomlin, he's coached a lot of, let's just say, interesting characters. And
Wide receivers, though.
Big Ben, yeah.
Big Ben, mate.
But when you have a rapport with someone for that many years,
yeah,
he's not an interesting character anymore.
Like, but he seems also, as disciplined as he is, he also seen the coach that not lets players do what they want, but that they tend to tread the fine line around him. And it kind of funnels through like a lot of their players as long as they're performing.
Yeah. Like Aaron Rodgers,
he seems like he's good at managing those type of, I won't say egos, because some is not egos, it's just their mindset.
Yeah.
Some of them are just maniacs.
And yeah, like
I feel like you have to be at that level.
obviously Aaron Rodgers training with DK Metcalf, probably posted it for, I'm the guy, etc. But it's got, that's weapons in Metcalf and Pickens.
Yeah.
And then Freiermuth is he's a very decent enough tight end, do you know what I mean? So yeah, the Steelers, that will be.
Shador might go there though, because he had to visit.
I mean, I genuinely thought Shador was going there until the Derek Carr stuff, and now the Saints.
Yeah, but you never know. Trades happen, and it's not like they need a quarterback.
Who?
The Steelers.
Where Pittsburgh picking?
21.
Yeah, so they can trade.
And that's the thing.
They do, but the Saints do as well.
No, but because they have Derek Carr.
No, but if he's
The
out
Steelers
for the
have.
year,
But who do the Steelers have? Right now, Derek Carr's on their books. The Steelers
but
have backups.
That then goes back to your earlier point of some teams might be in a position where they don't mind waiting a year for next year's draft. And the Steelers, I think they're slightly one of those teams.
And also, Pittsburgh are one of those teams. They just find a way to get to 9 wins. It's the craziest thing. they just find a way to have not have a losing season.
After everyone writes them off.
We all had them bottom of the
AFC North.
Yeah, we all said this will be Mike Tomlin's first losing season.
Who's the starting quarterback at the moment, to be fair?
Nobody.
No one.
Oh, them-
No one.
Mason Rudolph.
That's what I mean. No one. There's just nobody.
Shout out Mason Rudolph.
When we say no
My
one,
guy.
I mean no one.
My guy. What is my guy?
I
Bro?
think the other thing with Aaron Rodgers and also with Aaron Rodgers, look at my phone, sorry. He knows how to run an NFL playbook. He doesn't need to be in and now learn the playbook. He can come in during camp and pick things up pretty fast. And again, like you said, Mike Tomlin will probably be like, okay, this is our playbook, but what are some things that you like to run which we can incorporate? So while you're learning our playbook, we can do some easy stuff for you, and kind of go from there. But
I still feel like if Aaron Rodgers goes to the Steelers, it's a good move. I feel like if Shador goes there, it's a good move. They're a team that need a quarterback. Desperate need of a quarterback. The New Orleans Saints, they need one as well, but I feel like Aaron Rodgers there's 2 teams for him now. Or it's 2 teams or it's home. The Vikings, the Steelers.
you could also be looking at just waiting for someone to get injured and go, I'll go there.
What, like during the season?
Yeah.
Someone, like a Joe Flacco
Yeah.
kind of thing. I'm surprised that he didn't consider Tennessee.
I'm not.
Why not?
I don't feel he rates the team enough.
I don't think he's playing for rating the team. I just think he's playing for playing sake at this point.
Nah, I feel like
I don't think so.
I
don't
feel
think he's playing for players.
yeah, I feel like he's playing for like I need to go to a very decent team.
I think you're rating his quality as like he's playing for playing sake, but I think he's rating his quality as like I can pick where I want to go.
Yeah.
No, but I feel
And
like
I have
he's
time to pick where I want to go.
no understood. That's what you can see what he's doing. He's taking his sweet merry time to do something.
Probably
He's
in,
going to a dark place.
Yeah.
Literally.
Peru,
Yeah.
ayahuasca.
But
I think with Rodgers, he won't want to go outside. He's like, he isn't going for. I don't think he'll want to go after playing 2 years with the Jets and just being completely trash. I'm not going to a team and finishing 4 and 13. I'm not doing it. So again, I think he'll be like, I'm waiting for a playoff team, or during the season, a team is going to call me. If not, I'll retire.
Yeah.
I'm not having that on my resume. Again, because the Jets were just hilarious.
And with the Jets, he could bring in his own people.
Yeah.
Whereas anywhere he's going to go now, it's not going to be the case.
Yeah, no, he's not ruling the roost anymore.
Yeah, he used that card
Strong.
and he can't get
Obviously,
that
the first season was just unfortunate with the injury, but yeah.
But it's the same with like Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
He used that card in Denver. He ran out after the first year. New head coach. Au revoir.
That one ran out quick though.
And now look, he's chasing his tail around to find a new team. Well, he's obviously at the Giants now, but it's one of them things.
I mean, it's just, I wouldn't even say it's crazy. It just happens to some athletes at that stage of their career that's just the way the cookie crumbles for them.
Yeah.
Not everyone's fortunate to be like
I don't think it happens to some. I think it happens to all.
most. Yeah.
I think it happens to all. I think like
Because I was even going to bring up Brady, but he even had his pass up before leaving and then winning the Super Bowl.
he retired perfectly, but then he came back.
Yeah.
Still want to ring though.
Yeah, I know, but I feel like he should have retired after that year.
After winning it.
Yeah.
With
That
the
should have been
Bucks.
that should have been him. But
I think with Brady, it was the whole. I think he wanted to prove that he was better than Belichick, if that makes sense.
he did that though.
But I feel like he needed to go and do that because again, the whole thing with Brady and Belichick was, is it Brady making Belichick or Belichick making Brady?
Yeah.
And
And he's carrying the percentage.
Yeah, and it sounded like by the end, those two just hated each other.
Yeah.
And I think Brady was like, I'm going to go elsewhere and prove I can win without you. And their career trajectory after they split was insane.
But Belichick wanted to get rid of him. Well, but he wanted Jimmy G early.
But again, because also it's, Brady got to a point where it was like, I can't tell you what to do no more.
Yeah.
Like, I'm telling all these guys, it's a Patriot way, it's my way. And Brady's over there moving mad. Nah, this can't happen.
I mean, you saw when he was with the Bucks, man started posting on social media more.
Yeah.
Like everything, it just seems more like a free spirit. But at the same time, like you can't fault either party because they'd been together for so long.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's just gonna fall on deaf ears eventually.
20 years.
Yeah, someone's just gonna want it their way.
That's a long
And
time.
Yeah.
it's like so. Mate, they had the best stretch
Yeah.
of winning that. Most people in any sports would die for. So yeah.
I hate them so much, man.
Oh yeah, no team.
Yes, it literally had it all planned out. Brady retires, the Jets are still sorry, no one's scared of Josh Allen, and it's the Dolphins' time. And Josh Allen went, no, it's my time. Big man, he went from one of the worst, not one of the worst, but like an inaccurate quarterback, and it was never going to work itself out. And he got Stephon Diggs, went nuclear, and it's just like, really?
Then got rid of Stephon Diggs. And
Yeah, but by then
still went off.
Josh
Well,
Allen
he
was,
played conservative and won the MVP.
yeah, I mean,
So jarring, man. Like, I need one of my team to do something and not lose. Like, just
It happens. You're in that zone. Every team gotta go through it.
but both my teams at the same time.
Yeah, it happens.
No, I did that, man. I ain't got time for that.
I hear
It's
it.
not easy, man. But we move.
Thing is, like, you've at least got Buffalo. Like, your weekends aren't ruined.
Yeah, it's
Like-
true.
But the thing is, we're only playing for one thing at the end of the day. Like the weekend might be ruined by your team because I don't even watch the Panthers half the time. I just look at the score because I know what's going to happen. So the weekend's
But
not
you had
ruined.
You got Arsenal. I've got United and the Dolphins.
But they used to be owned by the same people.
Nah. Good
Oh,
dog.
no, that's
Plays
Tampa
on the
Bay.
Bucks, yeah.
Tampa Bay.
So my weekends are literally United losing. Oh, cool, fair enough. And the Dolphins. My wife is like, I can't speak to you at the moment. It's like, well, then don't speak to me because I'm vexed.
Pick up a basketball team.
The Heat.
Oh wow.
As I'm saying, the only good thing I had was the Florida Panthers because the Marlins are trash.
Yeah, you're right. They
Yeah.
are.
You're really a Florida support,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, man.
Miami support.
I had to,
all
like,
teams.
yeah.
I hear it still.
Yeah. You shouldn't be. Yeah, you support a
Couldn't
Miami.
even move over to
Support a Miami
Jacksonville.
baseball team. Lord God, you're crazy.
I went to the Marlins. I went to the Marlins. So when I landed in Miami on the Saturday, I went to a Marlins game and they won. So I was like, this is Marlins won on Saturday. Dolphins won on Sunday. I was like, this is amazing. And every time I watched the Dolphins beforehand, they had lost. So I was like, one day the Dolphins actually won. This is brilliant. We're gonna beat Buffalo. This guy.
Did you go to the Dolphins Chiefs game in Germany?
Yeah.
God, I tried to get tickets to that absolute myth by the time
When I got my ticket the Friday, I was at the airport on the Friday flying out. I got my ticket then.
No, right. I didn't see that. I think it got to a point a week or two before, even a couple months before I gave up, because I saw like tube tickets were gone.
Nah, I was there regardless.
Yeah,
like,
you need to send me your plug, bro.
I figured like Ticketmaster or like a ticket selling site. I'm not going to plug no one. Because,
yeah. Bun them.
yeah. But literally, yeah. Because I was going to go, then I wasn't, and then me and my friend Lee was like, "Dude, we have to go."
Yeah.
So I told the fiance at the time. Yeah, I was like, "Can I go?" She was like, "Yeah." So booked my plane ticket and hotel that week. I was in the hotel and I was in the airport just refreshing, got it for a decent price, and I was there. Like,
Fair.
I'm going to Spain.
Frankfurt, weren't it?
Yeah, I'm going to Spain this year. It looks like it's going to be November 16th. My mum's birthday on the 17th.
Oh man, my mom's the 16th.
Yeah, see, man. But like, so my mum turned 60 the year just gone. I was going to go Miami, but I was at 60th, so I can't miss that.
Yeah.
But I've told her already.
Sometimes.
I've told her already. If you have any birthday plans, do not care. Like, I will not be there. It's impossible.
So Dolphins guarantee got the Spain game.
Yeah.
No, okay.
Who you guys got? Yeah.
It looked like the Bengals.
Oh God.
So
Be a bad day.
So
Hold on, for who? With that Bengals defense.
Bro, either team. It could be a bad day for either team. It's gonna be a high scoring game.
the rumor is November 16th. Dolphins, Bengals, and Madrid.
Madrid.
Bernabeu.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah,
Yeah, because they've done the stadium up in it, so they
I will be there.
that'd be a
Jeez.
great one.
Impossible for me to miss.
That'll be
100,000.
sick still.
You might have to look into that one. You know?
Shout me, like.
I mean, we're shouting you.
yeah, shout me, like. Honestly.
You got a ticket 2 days before, bro.
Yeah.
Man said he was at the airport. Germany, here I come.
I ain't even been Madrid.
So look at this.
Yeah,
Where did you
100%.
get those shoes from? Madrid. So, hey.
I'm there, 100%, man.
Definitely looking forward to. That's the thing with the NFL. Like, as much as there's not a long enough game time period, when the off season is popping, it is popping. Like,
Yeah.
the drama. So it just seems like this one's been fairly chilled so far.
No, we had the madness.
No, there
We had the
yeah.
frenzy. Remember just the days it was just happening.
but
just
that's what's that day called again?
Or Black Monday.
the free agency.
Oh, free agency, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that, you expect that here. and
No, but
there
it was
and-
happening too fast.
I hear
Almost
that,
like
so-
you look left and then something happened. You look right, something
I
happened.
actually feel like free agency this year was like no one really moved, or like most big names stayed where they were. I feel like
Yeah, because
like
obviously
T Higgins stayed. It was like everyone thought he would move. He stayed.
Miles Garrett stayed.
Yeah,
And it looks like the Bengals are potentially going to sort out Hendrickson as well.
yeah, like
They're just trying to go broke.
I mean, they're going against their mantra, so fair play.
yeah. I was gonna say yeah.
Yeah, Michael Parsons waiting to get paid.
I mean, interesting that both of you think the Cowboys.
I said they're not paying him from a long time ago.
he's getting paid
No,
by
look-
Jerry Jones.
no. Jerry is come out and said I don't want to go
Do
through
you know
your
why Mike
agent.
is getting paid? Especially as silly as it sounds, especially him having a podcast. I think Jerry Jones loves all of that shit.
He might do, but I still feel
loves
like
the bravado.
It's still Jerry does not want to pay him his money. They franchise tagged him,
Bro. Nah, I
They-
think he's going to pay him.
bro. They franchise
Jerry
tagged him.
loves everything that a player. I think he loves everything that a player will bring, and Mike is just gonna. He's already because of his podcast and everything. His sponsorships. Man was at the NBA All-Star weekend. Like Mike is as a figurehead for the sport. He's becoming one of the names.
If they go edge rusher in either the first or second round,
All right, now you've both mentioned that. That will be interesting. Like now that will make me.
don't get me wrong. They could be doing it to
But
pay
then
him.
again, yeah.
Or they're doing it because like you're a big man, your replacement's in the building. So either lower your demand or buy.
Because he's gonna be because we spoke about it. He wants 40 plus.
But at the time, then that's before like Miles Garrett had been paid.
Of course, but now he wants to be the highest paid non-quarterback, so you have to go higher than Chase.
Because the Browns just because Crosby got paid, and the Browns just escalated it. Like they could have paid. Obviously, we don't know the negotiations, but usually it'll be like 1 million, 2 million above. Bro, the Browns went 5-6 million or whatever.
That's the Browns.
Yeah, but
Like and just twice.
Browns.
Now they've just
And to be fair,
obliterated the market, and then boom.
Garrett said I'm leaving. They couldn't let Garrett. Like you paid Watson. You can't let Garrett leave. Like it's mad.
Your fans still need to buy season tickets the year after. Some sort of protection that you need.
Garrett said, "I'm gone." It's like
Garrett-
40 million, baby. He
Garrett still might go though, not this season.
Yeah.
There's a possibility Garrett's out of there next year.
Like you paid me, and you're still losing. I'm gone.
See you later.
I'm not doing Archie Manning.
No.
Yeah, they have another year to figure out what they need to do.
No,
to
they got a couple
retain the
months.
people.
Yeah.
They got a couple months.
Yeah.
Trade deadline comes and they're still in this down in the dumps place. Garrett gonna look left and right and say, "Get me out of here."
I think Garrett's 30 soon, if I'm not mistaken. So it's just whether they'll predict a decline of some sort.
The Browns, no quarterback, they're in rebuild.
But yeah, I still think even now with Jamar Chase being paid, Michael Parsons is still getting paid by the Dallas Cowboys. Bro, that Jerry Jones paid Dak the day before the season started.
Yeah, but
When he didn't have to. He could have done it at this period.
And how did that season go for it?
No. But that forget that.
But you don't think Jerry's learned his lesson?
No.
You know
No
what,
chance.
we should clip this, you know, just for
Like
sake.
when Mikey
Out
gets
there
paid,
for
bro.
TikTok.
Like even CD Lamb, he left that till late as well. Like, but the Dak one, he wanted to make a splash. The opening game was Ravens at Chiefs. Dak Prescott's been paid. Bomba club, bro. What are you doing?
And how did the season go?
It doesn't matter.
No, but it does though, because like I paid you, and
No,
you
but
got hurt.
That's Dak. That's that. Like, bearing in mind, Jerry Jones has paid that twice.
Yeah.
At 2 times, he's made him highest paid.
And how many NFC championships has he brought back?
Again, that's him and Dak.
Yeah, no, but it's also
Michael's like what 4 years in the league and 3 of them first all pros, 3 all pros.
But then look at Zeke.
Most exactly, he still paid it. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
no,
Jerry
I'm
pays
saying,
his guys.
Yeah, he does, and he's got no return of investment.
That's his business.
And which is why I'm thinking like, no, I'm done paying you guys.
That's his business.
Like we all saw the photo of Jerry Jones back in the day. Like I'm done paying you guys. I'm good.
Yeah, mate. The way the Cowboys make money.
That as well, though. Yeah.
Cool, song of the week. So I'm presuming you've already seen our song of the week. Of course you have, because I sent it to you. But Kads, do you wanna hit us off with your song of the week?
Oh, the stress you guys like. I'm a music head, so I could be listening to wrestling theme tunes, R&B, South Korean R&B, like. So this is stressful.
Bro, if it's South Korean R&B, bring it, bro.
It could be
I think I was going to.
We got a playlist, bro.
But
Add
you
it
know
to the
what?
playlist.
Oh, that makes it difficult then. I don't think the song's going to be on.
It might be. I listen to my music is stupid, but yeah, it's
Bro,
So-
we've had a guest come on and just
I know.
say this song before it even came out.
yeah.
My song of the week is Vanessa Marquez featuring Justin Timberlake. Want You to Know.
Oh, everyone should know that.
Really?
Well, sorry, music people should know that.
I mean, I'm not good with titles, so if you play it, I might know.
Vanessa Marquez, she's the female voice on Justin Timberlake, Rock Your Body.
Right.
She
right.
was signed to Pharrell's label Star Trek, and has a few, like, I'm a massive Pharrell head, like it's insane.
Neptunes.
Neptune, Pharrell, Star Trek, all that kind of stuff. So unreleased Neptune stuff, that's my bag. So Vanessa Marquez, Justin Timberlake, Want You to Know. That's my song of the week.
Nice. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next. My one is La Ho, Shallow Poppy.
Charlie Poppy.
Nice.
Many.
I'm gonna go Bryson Tiller this week, and it's Let 'Em Know off of Trap Soul, the album. I was listening to that. I don't know why, but
It's
you
been a
know,
while since I've ran through that album.
yeah,
Fair.
just into that.
I'm gonna go techno, and is BE.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's
I hadn't heard
just-
techno disappeared.
Bro, yeah, there was a couple tracks that were coming on the playlist.
You know, yeah.
It was out of that and Yawa, and it would
was
just
it?
it would just come up on the playlist, and there we
Brother
go.
disappeared off the face of the earth.
Techno.
Yeah.
Techno, honestly, he
What you
was
saying?
number one, and then he
Search
just,
after.
he just disappeared. Hit
So,
tracks though.
No, so
Go.
yeah,
Oh, what a song.
You probably got to the bag and thought, I like it. Yeah.
I'm good.
That's it.
Started making tracks for Drake.
Is it?
Yeah, it was in the studio making tracks on the More Life album.
who techno was?
Yeah.
I was there.
Yeah.
Actually, didn't know
Half of the production on that's by Dumb M.
fair. See,
Yeah,
he's
nice.
probably
Yeah.
just doing a lot of the behind the scenes stuff now. Then
Good artist though.
No, he is. Yeah, he is. But yeah, that is our Song of the Week segment. And I guess we can wrap it up. Cads, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on. Without a doubt, you're coming back on again and again and again.
100%,
And now we know
100%.
you're a music head like this. We've done a music episode in the past, but the next time you come on, obviously NFL, we could do again. But it could be a strictly music episode as well if you like.
Listen, music.
These are the music heads. Me, I'm just I like this song. That's it.
Music, anime, video games. Like I'm local. Shout.
I'm new into anime, but I've been watching.
And he's into anime.
I've been watching.
You finished Solo Leveling.
Oh, who hasn't?
No.
You haven't finished it?
Only. I've done something really stupid. So Javon Holland told me to watch One Piece because I'd never seen it.
Oh, so you're buried in that right
I've got
now.
a 1,000 episode series to watch. my brother.
Yeah.
I haven't started it because
Don't start it.
Yeah.
Don't start
Yeah.
it. And then I also pick up new stuff. So I was watching Tower of God.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm behind in Fire Force.
Oh, okay.
I haven't started that for a good reason though. I like it.
So it's
just
on
do
your-
a couple episodes.
It's on your
So I was doing that with
stuff,
Solo
Because
Leveling.
it's split in two
But
parts.
Solo
now.
Leveling is now done, so you
Yeah,
got,
so
yeah.
I'm about to be on paternity leave, so yeah, Solo Leveling. That's Solo Leveling. Try to catch up with more One Piece. Yeah, One Piece is just.
Assassination Classroom.
All right, you're really getting to your anime bag.
Bro, I've been a Promise Neverland. I'm
6 months ago,
Promise
anyway.
Neverland.
You're getting into it.
Bro, I'm locked in. I'm deep in the bag now.
Okay, cool.
Attack on Titan, I'm in.
Attack on Titan. Sakamoto Days is a really fun one to watch.
Oh, okay.
It's on Netflix, but it's just like a little fun one.
Yeah.
Um,
JJK?
Did you watch it?
Yeah. Brother, I'm in.
They're just proud of Jacob right now.
Demon Slayer.
Not yet. But
I would recommend catching up with Demon
It's
Slayer.
good. It's good.
But
New
also,
one's coming out soon.
yes, and they normally do the first episode in cinemas.
Right. Is that why I see people going to the theatre or the cinema to watch certain things?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
I've done the last 2 seasons, first episode, Demon Slayer, and again, it's being in the cinema watching anime. Goated.
Yeah, it's so sick. I watched Dragon Ball Z in the cinema.
Yeah. It's different. So
need to
yeah,
experience
Demon
it.
Slayer catch up. Yeah.
What about this? I'm gonna start this one today. Kaiju 8.
Kaiju number 8.
Kaiju
Oh
number-
my
I ain't
days.
seen that yet.
Kaiju number 8. Yes. Kaiju number 8. Cold as well.
Yeah, I'm
See
gonna
what
start that
I'm
one. I'm starting that today.
Told you anime. Like I'm here for it.
Yeah, I'm starting that today. You watch Invincible though, innit?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Invincible's like the base
I
level.
finished that recently. That was good.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
good.
I want to watch Devil May Cry.
I've seen it on it's Netflix.
Netflix,
innit?
yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it. I ain't tuned into it yet though.
My friends really like Castlevania. I could never get into it.
I didn't like it.
I couldn't get
I
into
watched the
Castlevania.
first
I
2
couldn't
episodes. I
do
was
it.
like, nah.
But no, and there was also if you haven't seen it, to me, when I recommend anime, I always say start with Death Note. You seen?
I ain't seen that.
No.
Do you know what it's about?
Yeah. I've heard, people have given
Yeah.
me the synopsis.
To me,
but-
Death Note is because it's not all about fighting. I think the premise is just one of those like a genuine conversation. So for anyone who hasn't seen it, I won't spoil the entire like what happens at the end, but it's basically a book falls from heaven. It's called a Death Note, and if you write someone's name in the book, then they die.
Right.
And the guy who gets the book basically is like, okay, well, I'm going to clean the earth of criminals, but criminals who can like get away with, going to prison and stuff like that. And it's like, does that make him a good person or not? You know,
Okay.
so like if you again like
Kind
someone,
of like a vigilante.
yeah, because like he's killing criminals,
Yeah.
but you've now to become a murderer yourself.
Yeah.
So it's it's the whole, if you had that ability to do it, would you do it? Yeah. So like my wife doesn't watch anime, but she's enjoying Death Note because it's like
It's the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I fall in love with the storytelling.
Yeah.
They're good with the storytelling.
I'm like that with just normal series.
like what?
Just series in general.
but what?
I
Like,
like
what-
a good story in general. What am I
He's talking
watching
about
now?
like EastEnders.
Oh, well, that's my childhood one that I've continued. But what am I watching now? What's the one?
Did you watch Slow Horses?
Nah, no.
Black Mirror's back.
Do you know what? I never got into Black Mirror.
Oh,
Is Slow Horses the spy one?
Yeah.
My sister and wife are watching that. That's
Is that on Netflix?
Nah,
What
Apple.
was it on? Because you know me, I like my spy
It's
stuff
on.
as
It's
well.
on. It's on Apple.
That looks good, to be fair.
Yeah, it's not bad. British as well.
So
Yeah.
I'm currently watching 0 Day. I just started that the other day.
Oh, okay.
So that's presidential stuff, but
Yeah.
that's my bag. Like CIA, MI5, all that kind of shit. It's my bag still. So I'm a series kind of guy in general. Anime I've tried. He's tried to get me an anime for years.
Death Note's back on Netflix. I want to recommend it.
What? Death Note?
It's back on Netflix.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Good luck. I'll tweet and then you'll see. You know why. But yeah, Cads, again, like I said, absolute pleasure having you on. Definitely want you on again, bro. NFL knowledge. Can you also shout out your pod again properly for the people them to hear?
Yeah, Go Time Dolphins on the hat.
Oh shit, I didn't even clock it was on the hat. I just knew it was Dolphins colours.
No, it's Go Time Dolphins. So yeah, Go Time Dolphins, 3 times a week on YouTube, also available on Spotify. Yeah, anyway, you get a podcast from. And yeah, me and my friend Charlie, he's Miami born and raised. We have, like Bills fans, Chiefs fans, you gotta come on soon as well. Like,
Yeah.
but especially the Bills fan, like that's like you're coming on twice a year. Like we're doing this.
I'm
Previews.
genuinely surprised he's not wearing his Bills jersey today.
Nah, do you know what? I've worked too much and it smells like food.
Plus it's trash as well. So
What an answer.
Nah, bro, I was cooking it like the other day. I thought I'd wear it. I was like, nah, I can't. You just smell like fried on this. Like,
Bills hoodie as well, Rob.
Yeah.
What a guy.
but no, thank you. It's been amazing. Dolphins, NFL. I just had a baby, but those are my first 3 laughs. Like, just
I hear it. I hear it, man.
Yeah.
Everyone understands. But yeah, again, all our viewers, listeners, thank you very much for listening, commenting, liking, subscribing, hitting us with whatever you want us to talk about. We should all try it and deliver. You get me? As Deji likes to say.
tell a friend to tell a friend.
Jacob.
Like and subscribe.
And Joe, I am signing out.
Deji signing out.
Jacob signing out.
Cads, I'm local, but I'm gone. Safe.
Peace.
Thank you for listening.